I was never one for grudges. Living by the lake for 30 years taught me to be patient. You watch the seasons come and go. You watch the water rise and fall. You come to understand that time doesn't favor those who rush. But there's a difference between patience and being walked on. And the day the HOA broke ground on their vacation paradise was the day I realized I'd been too quiet for too long. My land has been in my family since the 1930s. Great-granddad built the first cabin here with his own hands and dug the channel that fed the lake from the nearby spring. When the dam was built in '42, it was just a pile of stones and some stubborn logs, barely engineering by today's standards, but it held. It turned a wet, useless patch of valley into something alive, a blue, glimmering stretch of water that reflected every star at night. It was ours, not the government's, not some developers. Ours. When my father passed in 2002, I inherited the property, 200 acres, including the lake and dam. I maintained both. I improved the dam, poured concrete, added a manual release valve. I paid the taxes. No one else lifted a finger, but suddenly, in 2020, some city slicker development group incorporated an HOA, Golden Pines Lake Association and bought a few parcels from some desperate cousins of mine. Land right on the edge of the lake. I didn't think much of it. I figured they'd build a house or two. But within a year, bulldozers arrived. Not one or two cabins. 79. 79 identical, ugly, overpriced vacation cabins, squatting along the lake like toads. They clear-cut the pines, paved roads, installed boat docks, even put up street lamps. Worst part? They didn't ask. They didn't negotiate. They informed. I still remember the letter. Dear Mr. Carson, we are pleased to welcome you as a neighbor to the Golden Pines Lake Association community. As the primary landowner adjacent to our lakeside development, we trust you will honor your duty to maintain the lake level and dam in accordance with our mutual interests. Mutual interests. As if I'd signed anything. As if the lake was theirs by default, because they were loud, rich, and numerous. I called the head of the HOA, some smarmy guy named Keith Danner. He talked like a politician and laughed like a man who thought I couldn't read a contract. I told him plainly, the lake is fed by a spring on my land, and the dam that forms it is on my land. Legally, the lake is mine. Recreational easement doesn't mean a damn thing when the HOA has no water